Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my cozy Q&A. I looked at your questions and I want to answer them. I'll be answering many of them today. I'm actually going to do more in another video, so if you don't hear your question, I will probably be doing it later. Straight chillin' here tonight. I have my squishmallows, I have my blanket, just sitting on the couch, and I wrote down a lot of the questions. Also, I plan to look at the post later, and if there's any more questions that people might have, I'm going to make another Q&A with additional questions. First question: what are your favorite movies? My favorite movies were The Millers with Jason Sudeikis. I just love that kind of comedy, and it's a really good cast. And also just anything Adam Sandler, he's my favorite actor, so anything like new and old, it's all pretty good. Next question: did I get my wisdom teeth removed? Yes, I did. And they're asking, was it fast to be put to sleep? So I actually wasn't put to sleep. I was awake the whole time. And what happened was I was afraid to be put to sleep because I've never been like under that kind of intense anesthesia at the time of my wisdom teeth. So I was really nervous and anxious, and I just had them give me like the numbing shots, and then I just did some laughing gas, and that was it. So I was hearing everything they were doing as they were cracking my teeth and all of that. This person also wanted me to share some funny stories. So from this experience, when I was under the laughing gas, I was hearing the techs and the people around me talking about a movie, and I just thought it was funny, and I wanted to laugh so badly, but I was like, I shouldn't laugh. Like, they're talking about a movie, like, it's really not that funny. Like, don't laugh. And so I was like, I was literally trying so hard to hold in my laughter on laughing gas, and they thought it wasn't enough, so they were giving me more. And I was just like, I was feeling it more, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't laugh. So I was barely laughing, and I was just, hearing everything going on, my teeth cracking, them taking the teeth out. And I had all 4 of them. And I'm just like, okay, this is better than being put under. Like, I know what's going on around me. Like, in my head, I was like, this is the way I want it to be. Like, just be aware of my surroundings. So I feel like I was very different in that experience, and not many people get it done that way. Good questions. Next, how long have I and NicoolASMR been friends? So we've been friends for about 2 years, and yeah, we've done a lot together in these past couple years. It's crazy to think about. They're asking, how did we meet? So we met through ASMR. I actually was contacted by her because she was looking for a model slash actress, someone to be in her videos. So I was recommended by a mutual friend at the time, and ever since then we started getting together, filming, and just doing regular like everyday stuff. So we became friends, and we would go out, and we would go to different events, go to restaurants, hang out with her dog, go on walks. We've been to the movies. We've celebrated each other's birthdays with various different festivities. So yeah, it's been really fun. Shout out to Katie ASMR. The next question: what first got me into ASMR? So what first got me into it was I had been contacted from an application that I put out to be a model in an ASMR video, and ever since then I started, working a little bit more with different creators on their ASMR channels, and I always found it very interesting, but I was never the creator. So one day I was like, I should try to use my skills and create something and just put some things out there and see what happens. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't like it, at least I could say I tried. So yeah, I would say the people around me are the people that got me into ASMR. Who are your favorite ASMR channels? This is a good question because I would say these are some of the people that got me into ASMR. There's Mad P ASMR, IVB ASMR, and of course Katie ASMR. These people kind of sparked my interest in it, and from there, the rest is history. What are my goals for my YouTube channel? My goals are to entertain you. I just feel like I have a lot of ideas and creativity and just want to put it out there, but really make people relax and unwind and just be able to, lose themselves, drift off to sleep if they need to, or if they're not feeling tired, then just find something funny or entertaining from my videos. So yeah, my goals are just to keep creating more content of what people might like and what I think people would enjoy and grow my channel. What countries would I like to visit? I've been to a lot of different countries, I would say, but I'm still lacking in very many. So I've always really wanted to go to Spain, so that's top of my list. Australia as well. I want to go to Peru and see Machu Picchu. Also Greece. I really want to go to Greece because it's, Mediterranean vibes by the sea. It's I feel like the epitome of a European adventure. Everyone goes there. I know it might be mainstream, but all the pictures are so beautiful and the water looks so nice. And the people and the vibes, it just seems like it would be right up my alley. So I'm a beach person and I would want to go to Greece and maybe island hop around and get on some boats. Any plans for the rest of 2025? So now I will address my plans. I do have some plans. I am working on a independent film, so I'm going to be wrapping up, and the plan is after it wraps and after post-production they're going to try to get it on Tubi. So I'm going to finish that movie this week actually, and then it's my birthday on Monday, so I plan to celebrate my birthday, and I'm actually going to be hanging out with Katie ASMR. So yeah, it's kind of like our new tradition that we've been hanging out on each other's birthdays, and I plan to, just enjoy the day, whatever comes my way. I don't really have anything set in stone, but we are actually on the 21st on Tuesday going to the Tate McRae concert, so I'm really excited about that. I'm a big fan and I like her dancing, I like her sound, so it should be very pleasant. And then also Halloween, I am going to be Sleepy from the Seven Dwarfs for Halloween because that is my aesthetic these days. I have been very sleepy. Maybe it's the fall weather, I don't know, but Halloween. Next, What do I look for when making friends? I would say I look for a lot. They have to have a sense of humor. That's really high on my list, and just be like a positive, happy person. If they're outgoing, that's a plus. But I also value loyalty and commitment, honesty, having an open mind, being adventurous. These are just some things, but like overall, I think just someone who's caring and loving and just has, a nice, gentle soul. So, yeah, with my friends, I think I look for a lot of things, but not necessarily someone has to check all of them off to be my friend. Not at all. It's fine. Just kind of like, it's like a boomerang. Because it's fall, I'm going to have a sucker. These are the caramel apple pops. They're really good. Okay. What made me start a YouTube channel? I think ultimately what made me start a channel was a few people were encouraging me to do it, even though I was thinking about it. And ultimately, like, it was their encouragement that made me be like, I should do it. I should start a channel. So thank you to those people. You know who you are. The next question is, what are my favorite foods? Obviously, this. I'm just kidding. I really like some meats. So like ribs and steak and like bacon, like those kinds of things. But also I would say there's like a lot of really good pasta dishes that I'm drawn to. And the best of both worlds is like when I can put some bacon or like some meat with the pasta and put a lot of cheese and seasonings. Yeah. But I feel like my ultimate favorite food is probably like juicy ribs that just like fall off the bone. Yeah. And then as far as like restaurants go, if I want fast food, like Chick-fil-A, so amazing. Or if I'm like out west, I would do like In-N-Out Burger. So I do like some fast foods. And then, if I'm going to Chick-fil-A, I'll probably get a spicy chicken burger patty. But in all honesty, as far as like real food goes, I like Italian, and I definitely like Mexican, something with a kick, a little spice. That would be nice, yeah. This question might be the most serious one. It kind of hits close to home, and it's like sentimental and a little bit of a deep question. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Personally, I think if there's other options, no. Pineapple on pizza to me is kind of like a last resort. So if I'm like, okay, there's no pepperoni, there's no sausage. Like, I'll do the pineapple. Maybe if I'm trying to be a little healthy, a little bit like sweet and cheeky. But yeah, usually I don't go for that one. But when I do have it, I do like it. So I'll have to say sometimes. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you liked it or found something interesting that you learned new. And I'm gonna make another one, so leave your comments under my post and I'll go ahead and take more questions and make another soft-spoken response video. I hope you have a good rest of your day or evening, and thank you so much for tuning in to this video by NicoolASMR.